Good morning, channel. Well, as some of you know, I live in Idaho and it's getting cold, so putting my bike up for the year. I wanted to talk to you guys. I watched a video, it's been a couple weeks now, about a guy that called in and he didn't like his Goldwing. He bought a newer Goldwing, and he didn't like anything about it. He nitpicked it apart. You know, and the things that he talked about, they were legit, but I don't know, it just makes me kind of wonder if he done any research at all before he bought it. I'm not coming down on him. I mean, everybody has their own preference of bikes that they like. So I thought I'd make a video. I haven't made a video for a while, so I appreciate you watching this one. I had some surgery that I had to have done, and anyway, it kind of got me to where I really couldn't make a video for a while. So what I want to talk about today was, I had a 2002 Honda Goldwing, and I bought it new, or excuse me, I bought it used. And the reason why I bought it was, one, you know, I had a Harley Davidson and I wanted to go back to Goldwings. I still have my Harley. I still like my Harley. But I wanted to go back to Goldwings just because they're quiet. I didn't have an 1800, my dad did. And anyway, it was kind of on my, I just wanted to go back to a Goldwing. So I bought this bike. It was a 2002, if I believe. Maybe it was a 2003, I'm not sure. Anyway, I bought this bike and I totally fell in love with it. Matter of fact, my Harley got ridden less and less. I bought it, I was like 15, 16 months ago. And I drove it all the way through last year, through the fall. I put like 7,000 miles on it. I put a lot of miles on it. Matter of fact, I put more miles on it than I put on this bike, now that I think about it. And after watching that video with the guy that was just cutting this bike down, I thought that, well, maybe I should compare these two bikes. So my 2002, and I'll put a picture up here in the corner so you can see it, but my 2002 was an awesome bike. The guy I bought it from, he took immaculate care of it. That's why I bought it, because I knew that he took such good care of it. I knew the guy. He used to ride with my dad a lot. So I wasn't scared of this bike. I remember it had 101,000 miles on it. And it purred like a kitten and never gave me any issues. He decked it out. He put a lot of chrome on it. He put he put an ultimate seat on it, which made me really like the ultimate seat. I mean, there's just nothing wrong with this bike. There's no scratches. I mean, he took awesome care of it. I'm sure the oil was changed, you know, when it was supposed to be. But I thought I'd tell you about my likes and my dislikes on that bike first. So my biggest dislike with that bike was it did not have a 6th gear. And I know that Goldwings did not need them back then, but you know, when you have your RPM up around 4, it just sounds like, to me, that engine just sounded like it was going 100 miles an hour. That was just one of my pet peeves from it. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to buy a new bike. That's probably my biggest reason, or at least one of my biggest reasons. Another thing, with it being a 2002, it needed to be updated, and I knew that. You know, like a digital readout, you know, just things that are, you know, are updated on it. The other thing that really bothered me about it, and these were all of them, I'm not sure when they changed or if they changed. I know that the newer generation, like the one behind me, they've changed and the speedometer is set perfect, but I don't know if they changed them in 2012 or if they got better or not. If you do know, then let me know in the comments, because I would appreciate just knowing. But anyway, the speedometer, it was like 4 miles off when I was doing 70 miles an hour. And again, it's not a big deal if you know where it sets, but it's like, guys, how long have you built motorcycles? So again, it was just kind of a pet peeve of mine. Those are really the only things I did not like about that bike. They're just little things. Really the biggest thing was the 6th gear. The things that I really liked about that bike over this bike is, one, it was longer, so you had a little bit more room. Not that I feel cramped on this one, but it is a little bit smaller. The windshield on my 2002 was an aftermarket windshield, and it was a bigger windshield. So I could ride into the fall a little bit easier and not have as much wind on me. But again, that's not a, you know, it was an aftermarket one, so yeah. I mean, it didn't come with a Honda bike, it was just one that the guy that owned it before me put on it. And I didn't have a ticking noise in that bike with my engine. And I know it's normal for these, but let me know, did the older ones have that ticking noise, or was I just lucky and it just didn't have it? Anyway, if you guys know, then let me know. It's not a big deal. I just, you know, it's. I mean, like I said, it's just something this bike has that doesn't. So anyway, but those are the things that I liked about it. Like I said, it had a aftermarket seat on it, and it was an ultimate seat. I really liked that seat, so when I got the money, I put an ultimate seat on this bike. So my 2023, which is right behind me here, it's stored for the winter. I got it up on its kickstand, and yeah, didn't really want to store it, but I guess it came down to that time. So anyway, I'll tell you my dislikes about this one first, and there's not many. Really, I really like this bike. I would buy it again. My dislikes on it was the factory seat was absolutely horrible. I don't know why Honda put that seat out. Sometimes, I mean, I know they can make a good seat. From what I've heard, the older Goldwings had a nicer seat on them. That one was absolutely horrible. After probably 60 miles, my butt was already starting to hurt, and this seat here, I can go 100 to probably, well, until I need to stop for gas without it hurting. It is a little bit soft, or a little bit hard when you first get the bike, but it doesn't take long and your butt adjusts to it, or it adjusts to your butt or something. I mean, it's a good seat. I have nothing against the ultimate seats. The other thing I don't like about it is, you know, it's got an air filter in it, and I haven't had to change this one yet, but apparently it's a really pain in the butt to change them. I don't know why Honda couldn't make that a little bit easier to change them out. It's not something you have to do every year, so it's probably not a big deal. It's just, yeah, I just don't know why they didn't make it easier to get to. And then probably the last thing on this bike that I don't like is the fuel button. How you have to push one button to open up the door to push another button. Again, it's not a big deal. I just always seem to get off my bike, and that's when I think about, okay, I need to open up this little compartment so I can get to my fuel button. And I'm reaching over the bike. You know, again, it's not a big deal. It's just something that I don't like about it. But here's the things that I like about this bike, okay? My favorite thing on this bike is the DCT transmission. You know, you can get on this bike and you can ride and ride and ride and ride, and you don't have to shift. It does it for you. It seems to know right when to shift. I wonder, I think I was told that it kind of has a memory to shift when you want it to shift. And you know, one guy said that he didn't like it because it shifted when you were turning. I noticed that right when I first bought it, but honestly, I haven't noticed it since then. So I think it's something that you just get used to. I also like to shift gears too. That's one thing about my Harley Davidson still is that, you know, I still like to hear the motor rumble and when I shift gears and stuff. So, but as far as a touring bike, I really like this DCT transmission. Excuse me. As far as the looks of this bike and how aerodynamic it is, I absolutely love it. I get compliments on it all the time. Yeah, I think the looks are awesome. The way this bike handles, I have never ridden a bike in my life that handles as good as this bike. My 2002, I did get used to the weight and stuff to where I could drive it pretty good, but honestly, this bike, it is so light and well, I shouldn't say light because it is a heavy bike, but all the weight is so close to the bottom, you don't even know it. When I went to sit on it, when I was just thinking about buying it, I sat on it and I went to pick it up and it felt like I was going to throw it over. Because I really felt like, okay, there's a lot of weight here, but since it's all on the bottom, I mean, it's just balanced so nicely. But the other thing I like about this is the dashboard. I like the way it's set up. I like how it's all digital. I like how it tells where everything's at, like your shocks. I think the dashboard is awesome on it. The other thing I like is, I know I said I don't like the heat, or I don't like the seat, but as far as them putting heat in it, I've never had a bike with a heated seat before, and I am very surprised of how much I like that. It keeps your whole body warm. It's also got heated handle grips, and the heated seat and the heated handle grips, it's not just that. You can turn them up from like low to, I mean, there's like 4 different settings that you can turn them up on. It's not just you turn it on and it's really hot, or you turn it off. There's like 4 or 5 different settings, and again, it shows up, all those different levels show up on your dashboard too, so you can see that. It's also got heated grips. The grips are awesome. Again, my 2002 had them, but I don't think it came with a stock. I think that the guy I bought it from put them on. And this bike does have a GPS. Now, the GPS system, I don't have a lot of nice things to say about it. The GPS on my phone is a whole lot better. This GPS, it'll get me to the town that I want to go to, but it will not get me to the address, or at least I haven't been able to punch in an actual address that it can find and get me there. So that part of it I don't like, but it is nice to have a GPS on the bike, at least to get you to the town you're going to. The only thing I could say here is, it's not a perfect bike, but I don't think any bike out there is perfect. I think that when you buy a new bike, whether it's new or used, you have to set that bike up for you. Meaning, do you want a backrest on it? Is the seat comfortable on it? Are you a chrome guy to where you want to put lots of chrome on it? Do you like the windshield? Do you want a bigger windshield? Do you want a smaller windshield? I mean, there's just, to me, a bike, you make it fit you to. You make it to where you like it the most. A lot of people put a lot of lights on their bikes. My 2002, the guy that owned it, he put red, white, and blue lights inside the fairing. It was really an awesome thing, and it's something I've toyed with the idea of trying to do with this too. I'm just not sure how to do it. A lot of people like to put lights underneath their bikes. That one's got to grow on me a little bit. But again, it's not about me liking every bike out there. It's like me picking the bike and then making it fit me the best. So when anyway, like I said, I just want to make this video and talk to all you guys and let you know that that I really do like this bike. It's not perfect. There are some things I like better about the older generation 1800s, but I mean, these bikes are just so awesome. Anyway, if you like my video, if you'd like and subscribe to it, it is going into fall, so there's not as many videos coming out, at least from me, but I would appreciate a like and a subscribe if you like my video. And I've got a couple more ideas. I've got 6,000 miles on this bike, and I was going to do a 6,000 mile review on it, kind of let everybody know about the things that have went wrong with it, which there really hasn't been a lot at all, and the things I've done to it too. So anyway, thanks for watching my video today, guys. I appreciate it. If you're able to ride, if it's not too cold, then I'm jealous because it's getting cold here in Idaho. So have a good time. Thanks. Bye.